Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. So, இன்னைக்கு நம்மளோட Attainment of Suddha Suddha Bhakti Part 1, Part 2. So, இந்த சாஸ்திரத்துல நம்ம இன்னைக்கு very very important subject matters இருக்கு இன்னைக்கு நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்றதுக்கு. So, I hope yesterday's 6 questions you finished with the answers. நல்லா படிச்சுட்டு வந்திருப்பீங்க and I feel so somehow we asked you that you have to finish off these 6 questions pakka thorough, so then only we can go for the next level. Okay, thank you so much, dear devotees. Now we are going for our Guru Puja and Guru Pranam mantra. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Okay. So, for this attainment of Suddha Bhakti, this Shastra, we are offering these beautiful, wonderful lavender color flowers. It's a variety of samandi. It's so nice. We can offer these flowers to this very nice shastra. So you can even make a garland out of these flowers and put for this shastra. Anything as you wish. Okay. So we have got lots of flowers for the shastra here. Okay, so much of flowers. Okay, after this we will be offering this wonderful one bunch of flowers. So this is for Gaurnitai. From this bunch you can remove all these flowers. This is called Shenbagam in Tamil. They call it Shenbagam. This is very nice fragrant flower. Very costly also. One flower, they sell it for 10 rupees like that. If we buy 10 flowers, then 100 rupees. So now here we have a bunch of this Shenbagam. Nice, isn't it? So we can make garland with this. We can offer to Gaurnitai. So this very nice flower to offer them. With love and devotion, you offer these things to Gaurnitai. Today we are going to see only this subject. How this material flower will become spiritual by our devotion. How is it going to change from material to spiritual? So this is what we are going to learn today. Okay. So for Radha and Krishna in the boat, we are offering very nice roses for them. Very beautiful Krishna. Such nice, wonderful, colorful Krishna. And here for Radha and Krishna, we have some fruits and other things together. Salad. This is frolly sandwich. Frolly salad. So they have put even lotus seeds are also there. We can see lotus seeds are there. Some cheese and some fruits, and it's a variety of salad. Okay. So we can offer this with Manjari Tulasi. And then this is a soup for pumpkin soup for Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada is our founder Acharya of ISKCON. Every time when we call Srila Prabhupada, Maharaj told that if you call him founder, Acharya of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. If we call in this way, this is a right respect what we are giving to Srila Prabhupada, it seems. That's why every time we are telling his full name, founder, Acharya of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada. So I think somebody has to mute. Mute all. Okay. So now we are going to Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet. So here for Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet, we have beautiful flowers, all pink color with a yellow color, so nice. The middle note, it has got such a nice, wonderful makaranda, and everything is so beautifully arranged. The petals, no? So it's like a lotus, but it is not lotus. It's just like a it is a land flower only. It is not a water flower. Okay, so we can offer this to Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet. Here, His Holiness Bhanuswami Maharaj ki jai. So we can this moong dal, sprouted moong dal with that some capsicum and all the other red capsicum and all that vegetables are there, little vegetables. With moong dal, there's a salad, which we can offer that to His Holiness Bhanuswami Maharaj. I think this is a chart item. This is a chart item. This is only salad. Okay. Okay. So now we are offering these beautiful red color, beautiful red and white color mixed flowers for our His Holiness Bhanuswami Maharaj lotus feet. Okay. So now we are going to go to the glass. You have to take the today in this Attainment of Suddha Suddha Bhakti. If you have the book, then you take the 4th page. So yesterday we finished the 1st page. Then this is the 2nd page. Okay. So I think we can have a refresh of yesterday's class. So give me a second. I will bring you that those things also. So it will be easier for us to refresh. Just a minute. Yeah, we brought it. Now I will paste it for you. Okay, save it. Now, okay. This is what is our book, first page, 3rd page. So yesterday we finished all these 6 questions. You remember, no? So this is what is our first question is the definition of bhakti. This is first question, definition of bhakti. Then this is the answer, definition of bhakti. So now you have to tell me. Now no more I will shout with the answers. Now you have to shout and tell me the answers. Okay, what is the definition of bhakti? We have 5 points. We have to give something to the Supreme Lord and without expecting anything back. But the main and foremost thing is that we have to cultivate a relationship with the Lord. This is what is the most important thing. Cultivating our relationship with the Lord in a favorable mood without any other desire. So these are the things we are for doing Suddha Bhakti. We need only these 5 things. We need a relationship. Without a relationship, it is very, very difficult with the Lord, no, to feel personal. to feel personal with the Lord, then we need to have a relationship in a favorable mode. It should be favorable. The relationship should be in a favorable mode. And without any other desire means we don't need to ask anything, or we don't need to have any other desire except to have a relationship with the Lord. That is the best desire. What we can have is that the best desire is to longingness for having a relationship, personal relationship with the Lord. This is the only desire, one and only desire we can have. That desire only will save us. Okay, so we don't need to even material desires. So of course we are not going to have, but in spiritual desires also, this particular desire stands in the first priority. We need a relationship. Without a relationship, the love and personal relationship will not be natural. So prema should be natural. That's why. Okay, this is the definition of bhakti is we give something to the Supreme Lord without expecting anything in back, to cultivate a relationship with the Lord in a favorable mode without any desire. Okay. Then how to practice bhakti? How to practice bhakti? So how to practice bhakti? So we have to practice bhakti, we should concentrate on developing an attraction to the Lord. Consequently, attraction to the material things becomes less and less. So first to practice bhakti. So today we are all practicing bhakti. So how to practice bhakti? We should concentrate on developing an attraction to the Lord. This is what we are practicing every day. Every day, every moment, what are we doing? We are trying to concentrate in one point. That is, somehow we want to develop our attraction towards Krishna, because our attraction towards material nature, material world is so fantastic. So we want to divert our attraction from material to spiritual. This is what we are practicing in bhakti. Consequently, attraction to the material things becomes less. As on when we are increasing our concentration for developing an attraction for the Lord, then naturally attraction for the material things will become less and less and less. This is natural. Then what is the goal of bhakti? This is a third question. What is the goal of bhakti? Goal of bhakti is to get 100% attraction to the Lord. This is what prema. If we have 100% attraction to the Lord, that is called prema. Then next, to please the Lord, not to please somebody else. We have to please the Lord. So to please the Lord means Krishna and Guru. Guru and Krishna they both have the same mood. So to please the Lord by favorably serving Him. So we have to favorably serve the Lord and please Him. Maharaj once told how to please the Lord. This he gave in 2010 and 2011, every class he is given how to please the Lord. I will try to bring that page for you now. You just give me a little time. I'll just try to bring you this. That will be very, very interesting here. So we have our book gallery. In that we have our this part 1. From that, if we take, then we can have this this page. Is page number is 22. If somebody is having, please take out that page number 22. I got the book, just searching for the page. How to please a lot. Yeah, got it. Just give me another few seconds. I'll just make it. So now you are able to see the yeah, we got yeah, Hare Krishna. Okay, we got it. We got it. Okay. So thank you so much for giving me this time to bring you. So how to please the Lord? This is what Maharaj gave on 30th 1 2011. So he talked about these things in 2011. The Lord is also a person, a supreme person with supreme feelings, who gets pleased by the devotion of his devotee and reciprocates accordingly. These are the words which came out of Maharaj Sri Mukha. So we just immediately recorded all these messages. So now we are able to relish it. The Lord is very pleased. So Maharaj gave a list. When we surrender to him, second point, when we offer things with devotion to him, and when we try to develop our bhakti, this is the third point. Fourth point, when we help others to develop in bhakti, like this, we can please the Lord in 4 ways. Okay, so it's very easy. See, Maharaj has given four beautiful things he has given. So we can note that. We don't have to go and search for so many things are there, but Maharaj has put it in this way. The Lord is very pleased when we surrender to him, when we offer things with devotion to him, when we try to develop our bhakti, and when we help others to develop in bhakti. These are the main points what Maharaj gave. And Maharaj is telling here that Lord is also a person, but a supreme person with supreme feelings, who gets pleased by the devotion of his devotee and reciprocates accordingly. He is also having feelings like us. He's not, when we think of him as God, big person, Lord, then we tend to understand him in a different way, not like a person with feelings, no. So here Maharaj is trying to tell that God is also a person. He's a supreme person with supreme feelings. So if we understand this particular point, this will be a breaking point in our life, because there will be a real change in our life. Once when we start seeing Krishna as a dear person, a supreme person with supreme feelings, and who will reciprocate for our feelings. Why Maharaj here is telling he's a supreme person? Because he can reciprocate in any way he wants, not like us, limited. Okay, if our child is asking for some ice cream, yes, we can get ice cream for our child, 1 ice cream, 2 ice cream, something like that. But Krishna, if he wants to reciprocate, then what can we do? We cannot. These 2 hands are not enough what he will gift. Okay, so here Maharaj is giving one more point, that is one more point is that he is having supreme feelings. This is very important point. He is having supreme feelings, not feelings like us. Our feelings are very little, but Krishna's feelings are supreme. That means like we have Krishna, for Krishna, if we have a little feeling, like 1% feeling, then when reciprocating, how Krishna's feelings will be? Krishna's feeling will be like 100 crores, like that. If we have 1% feelings for him, he will, because it is supreme. Supreme means more than that, nothing is there. So the feelings what we are giving is different for our capacity, but for Krishna's capacity, when he is as a supreme person, when he is responding or reciprocating, it will be like 100 crores and more, like that. We cannot even imagine. This is what. So this supreme personality, Krishna, with supreme feelings, he is pleased. What Maharaj is telling, that yeah, when we surrender to Krishna, immediately I have taught you that from Maharaj book that we all learned, no? Surrender means 6 qualities. Doing which is favorable, which is avoiding what is unfavorable, thinking that the Lord is our protector, thinking that the Lord is our maintainer, and then doing whatever is Krishna's will and wish, and to be meek and humble in front of Krishna. We saw the 6 points of surrender. Immediately we have to apply those 6 qualities of surrender. Okay, when we offer things with devotion to him, so anything we offer him with devotion, we are going to see about that, in the question answer session today, 7th question or 8th question. It's going to be very serious. Okay, you note down this point. We offer with devotion to him. Without devotion, we are just mechanically keeping and coming. No, he doesn't want it. It's not that he doesn't have those items. He has everything, but he is longing for our love. That with love and devotion, we have to offer it. Okay, when we try to develop our bhakti, this is a very important point. Actually, our soul is crying for so many lifetimes that somehow you save me. So it is a botheration of the soul that somehow it has to go to Krishna. This is the Atma and Paramatma, they have a relationship. So the Atma is always wanting to join with Paramatma. So super soul. That means with Krishna. Okay. But we are not bothered for it. We are not, the soul is now contaminated by all material things. On top of that soul, all the material things has formed it as a layers and layers and layers of dust on top of that soul. That is why our soul's feeling is not touching our material mind, material intelligence, that we not taking it very seriously. Okay. So when we develop our bhakti, in order to advance and go back to Krishna, Krishna is very pleased when we are doing devotional activities. And when we help others, more than that, when we are helping others, not like I am not developing my bhakti, but I am helping others to develop bhakti. This is not going to happen, or this is not going to work out. Okay. So first of all, if we want to give some 1,000 rupees to somebody else, we should have that 1,000 rupees with us. Then only we can give somebody or gift somebody that 1,000 rupees. So that's why Krishna says that we have to develop our own bhakti. He is very pleased with that. After that, we can help others also. After developing our bhakti, we can help others to develop their bhakti. So here comes one question. So a devotee is asking, how do we know that Krishna is pleased? How do we know? We are doing from morning till night. We are doing so many things. Just can't count so many things we are doing. But we don't know how Krishna is. If we don't know in which services he was pleased, which services we did nicely. So if we want to grade ourselves, we don't know. So the thing is that for this, Maharaj already answered. many times devotees have asked the same question and Maharaj has answered many times. So Maharaj told that Krishna is there in your heart. So if you feel satisfied by doing a service, that means Krishna is satisfied. So the moment Krishna is satisfied, the immediate reciprocation or the immediate response will happen in your heart. So in your heart, immediately you will feel very, very, very satisfied and happy, joyful. I did something useful. Like that, the total happiness of the soul will happen. When the soul is satisfied, do you know how ananda it will be? The soul is satisfied. So this will happen in the soul level because the Lord is satisfied. So he will make the soul understand that he is satisfied. So this information will come to us from our soul level. So it will be very deep. It will be very deep satisfaction. Just like ocean, no, it will be very deep, that satisfaction. That satisfaction will give such a wonderful ananda. So all this will happen when we will start doing Shuddha Bhakti. Otherwise, in mixed Bhakti, this is rarely going to happen because many things we are not doing learning the knowledge properly, no, that is not there. So because the knowledge is not perfect, when we are doing the service, that is also not coming out perfectly. Just like we don't learn the cake recipe properly, and then we try, then the cake does not come out very well. It doesn't turn up very well. So like that, when we learn how to do devotion and then put the right recipe and cook this bhakti, then it will turn around fantastic. Anybody who sees it will say, oh God, it's wonderfully have done. So it's naturally everybody can understand, we can understand. It's natural. This is what Maharaj told. Okay. So now the fourth question yesterday we saw, starting with faith. What is this? How to practice our sadhana? So this is very important. Yesterday we studied. Did you finish studying this? By this time, I expect you to study this very nicely. I had given you this as homework. So because this is a very important step which will help us to go for our advanced knowledge. Okay, so this is basics. So we have to learn this point even in sleep. We cannot forget these points. How to practice our sadhana. So practicing our sadhana means, first of all, what should we do? We should develop faith on Krishna. We should develop faith on bhakti. We should develop faith on Guru. We should develop faith on scriptures. So anything related to Krishna, when we are developing faith, then naturally that faith will transform itself to taste. It will become a taste for that service. A taste. It will become a taste. Then no more mechanical. The mechanical service will stop and tasty, we will do the same chanting. It's no more under pressure or force. Oh my God, I have to finish the 16 rounds. Not like that. It's out of taste we will do. Oh, only 16 rounds are like that. Okay. So any service with faith when we are doing, it will change its form from faith to taste. Then from taste to bhakti. While we are doing the same service with taste, then immediately that service will turn into bhakti. Okay. So yesterday we saw that a little faith when we are giving, then the little faith gives a little taste. Then what will happen? it develops a little bhakti. So what will happen? A little bhakti will develop because of that. Then more faith we increase, no? Then it will result in more taste. Then the more taste will develop more bhakti. This is a sequence. First comes faith, second comes taste. The faith is transformed into taste, and the taste is transformed into bhakti. Got the point? So if you learn this, it's very easy. I will tell you, it's going to be. You will really admire. You'll be enjoying to do devotion. It will be so nice, no force, nothing. It will be fantastic. So this faith, taste, bhakti, we have to learn. Nicely increased faith, then gives higher taste. Very nicely increased faith means it gives higher taste. By higher taste, by which the devotee in sadhana bhakti, this higher taste happens in Suddha Bhakti. So the devotee who is doing sadhana bhakti, he started sadhana bhakti, so can continue his sadhana. So he is every day he is ready for his sadhana. He is not mechanically, he is so much waiting the whole day for tomorrow's chanting because today's chanting is finished now. Tomorrow, when that time will come, I will chant nicely. So he is just thirst. He is having thirst. He is hungry to perform his sadhana. So then, because of this taste, higher taste, he wants to continue his same sadhana every day. He is waiting for the day to come, the next day to come. Oh, night, he thinks the day has finished, night has come. That is all. I have finished my day. There is no more time. I have to go to sleep. No more I can do my devotional service. The night has come. He is feeling very sad. So the next day he's waiting. The next day will come again. The morning one day will start doing my sadhana. So each and every service, what he is doing is wonderful for him. It's very, very tasty for him. He doesn't know this thing or that thing to do. Anything he does is with very much tasty for him. So if somebody gives us tasty food, then we will like to eat so much. No, we won't know what to eat because everything is tasty. So like this devotee doesn't know what to do because everything is tasty for him. So this is what is situation. So he is continuing his sadhana every day very nicely. He will not miss his sadhana at that time. Like one day getting up early, one day getting up slowly, one day he will do nicely, one day he will not do nicely. Not like that. Because of higher taste, every day prompt he will do that service. Because he is waiting for that service. And that time comes means he will very longing. He was longing for this service, so he will do it very nicely. Okay. So this devotee can conquer over Maya. Where is the time for him to turn back towards Maya? If even Maya comes and stands in front of me, he'll say, wait, I don't have time to see, look at her face because I have lots of service which is so very tasty. So that is why he doesn't have any material attraction. All his material attraction, he loses by naturally because he's engrossed in his services now. With all his taste, he's engrossed in his services. No, so what will happen? He doesn't have time or interest or no attraction to material things. So it's all dry for him. This became his condition became like this. Okay. Now only one more step we have to go in the front before having faith. How will faith come? Now, how will faith arise? That little faith, more faith, increased faith, all this, how in a devotee it came? So this point in this question, Maharaj did not touch. So I did not write. But in some other place, Maharaj has touched, he has touched that point and he has told, the faith will arise only with the association of a devotee. So the devotee, he has such a kind of faith in his heart. And then with that faith, he developed it became increased faith in him, the devotee, no? This devotee. Then this devotee's faith, increased faith became, gave him a higher taste. So with the higher taste, he could do wonderful, tasty service, tasty sadhana. So now this devotee, what he thinks, oh my God, only I am enjoying this, such a wonderful feast, only I am enjoying, I am only eating, let me give to others. So then he is thinking, let me give. How can he give? Even if he gives, nobody will be taking. So he says, Krishna, he prays, Krishna, please let me give this to somebody who will take it. So then Krishna will send somebody to him, and then he will give this faith to others. How he will transfer this faith to their heart? Because how he will transfer is that this faith, to increase this faith, whatever knowledge he took, that knowledge he will transfer. So that knowledge, what he is transferring to another devotee, that knowledge is made up of faith. After going to that devotee's heart, this knowledge will bloom just like a flower. It will bloom into faith. While giving, this person is giving, not only giving knowledge, he is adding up his faith in that knowledge, what he is giving, and he is adding up his whatever taste he is experiencing, that experience also he is sharing. And he is also transferring that kind of bhakti which he is doing. So with the knowledge goes, whatever knowledge he wants to give, if he is giving, then we receive from him knowledge plus his increased faith plus higher taste, what he is experiencing, then plus bhakti, the Suddha Bhakti or Nishta Bhakti, very nice bhakti which we don't have, he has. Then through knowledge, he is transforming. The outside body will be like knowledge, but inside it will contain faith, taste, and then bhakti. So everything is added to it. Okay. So when we receive the instructions from the devotee directly, then the devotee shares his how he relished this service, this sadhana bhakti. So then it's easy for us. Oh, he relished. He ate this and he says it's very nice. This gulab jamun, let me also try. So like this, then we also develop that kind of faith in that particular subject. And we, if the devotee is talking about nama, then he's having faith. He's instilling that faith in another devotee. So in this way, only if we are reciprocal or receptive, this is a word Maharaj used. If we are receptive, if we are ready to listen, just Maharaj told, just you have a glass, no, empty it and come and sit. I don't have anything in my brain, but please teach me. Like that, emptying the glass, we have to go and sit in front of the devotee. Not filling the glass. I have everything. Then if the devotee is pouring the knowledge, what will happen? Everything will go out. It spill out. Because we already think that I know everything. How can the devotee put inside anything? So that is why when we are going to our Guru, His Holiness Bhanuswami Maharaj, when we are going and sitting in his class, we should have a feeling that I don't know anything, my Guru knows everything. So in this way, if we go and sit, then everything will automatically transfer to us. That's why we sit down. We don't sit in the chair because it will not flow like that. So it has to, the knowledge has to flow from up to down. So with the knowledge comes Maharaj's faith and Maharaj's taste and Maharaj Bhakti. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so by hearing, this knowledge will come. So even if we don't do any many services, at least we use our ears and hear from Maharaj, then everything will be fine. It's a very important service. Okay, because from there only all the bhakti comes. So first we are supposed to hear and then take the knowledge, and the knowledge turns into faith, and the faith turns into taste, and the taste turns into bhakti. Because when the devotee is giving, he is not only giving the knowledge, he is also in the knowledge, he is also transferring his own faith, what he has in that subject. That also he is transferring. His own taste, higher taste, whatever he is experiencing, that also he is transferring. And the kind of bhakti what he is practicing, that bhakti also he is transferring to the devotee's heart with the knowledge what he gives. Okay, so I think it's very clear. So anyway, now the next question only Maharaj asked. Immediately he is asking, who is giving this faith? Who is giving all this? Maharaj is telling the next question. Important factor to start bhakti or to cultivate bhakti. Who is that? Who is going to start this bhakti? The great devotee. So a devotee like Maharaj, he will inspire us. He will encourage us to do bhakti only through their kind association. They are very kind to mankind. They are very kind to all the devotees. That's why very kindly Maharaj is giving all these points. If Maharaj one day he did not tell this, means how we are going to get this? The great devotee, through their merciful guidance, they are so mercifully they are guiding us. Then they are planting the seed of bhakti in us. And then they are cultivating the bhakti also, they are only cultivating. That is why Maharaj told us that we have to pray to Krishna and everybody for the blessings, that we need a continuous association, constant association. Do you remember that particular steps we saw? So after praying that I need association, after that we are supposed to pray, I need a constant association of that devotee. This is what our prayer should be. So when we are constantly associating with the pure devotee, then what's happening? We are allowing him not only to plant the seed of bhakti, but we are also allowing him to cultivate the bhakti, growing the bhakti seed, bhakti plant. Okay. So sixth, yeah, this is sixth one. Sixth question. Put some color. Okay. So the powerful influence of Maya is negated by the process of bhakti without any separate endeavor. How? So this we have put it in steps. Yesterday only we finished this, but now we will see it again because I don't know how serious you were and you went through all these things. So again, I am going through for your sake again. This is a lesson which I am going through many times because it is getting very clear to me again and again when I am studying for your sake. Okay. So steps for attaining our goal. Our goal is prema. So how to attain our goal? First point, Maya takes us in the opposite direction, isn't it? On the west side, the boat is taking us back. Straight it is taking us in the west side, in the boat. We are going to enjoy the material world. Achit Shakti, towards material energy, which is very unfavorable for bhakti because bhakti stoppage is in the east side. This particular boat is taking us on the west side. So we are going away from bhakti. So what to do? So this is our condition in this material world. Second point, because Maya cannot coexist with the service of the devotee, we cannot partake Maya and at the same time do devotional service. So Maya cannot coexist with the service of the devotee. So devotee, at that time, he cannot do service and he cannot be with Maya also. Maya means the material. Okay, Maya means material. Material things, attraction for material world, all material sense, material senses, material enjoyment, everything material. That is Maya. So the devotee at the same time cannot do spiritual service and then entertain his material activities also. We cannot partake Maya and at the same time do devotional service. Both the things we cannot do because one boat is going towards west, one boat is going towards east. Thus, as long as we are fooled by Maya, see our condition. We are having one leg on the other boat, and we are having one leg on this boat, and we are thinking, I will par the river. We are going to fall down because the both the boats are going to move, means it's going to go on both the directions, opposite directions, and we are going to fall down in the river. That's what is going to happen. That's why it's very dangerous. We cannot keep our legs on both the boats and try to swim, try to par the lake or river. Thus, as long as we are fooled by Maya, Maharaj is telling this, see, so sharp words, so strong words he's using. As long as we are fooled by Maya, we can do only less bhakti. That means in a day, we are doing our material activities, we are interested, we are doing, and then we will do spiritual also, activities also. So in this way, we will be fooled by Maya. By performing sadhana bhakti. What is sadhana bhakti? So how many people know nectar of devotion? How many people came for our class? 64 angas of bhakti we learned from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Full book we finished. I think a few months back we finished the full book, big book we finished. Okay. So anyway, in that we saw sadhana bhakti means 64 angas of bhakti, which Rupa Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami is giving us. At least we should know this much. Sadhana bhakti consists of 64 angas of bhakti. Wearing garland is like walking to the temple, dancing, singing, hearing. This is very important. Number one, hearing, chanting, and then doing devotional service, like deity service, then smarana, padasevana, vandana, dasya, sakya, atmanivedana, everything comes under this 64 angas of bhakti. Bhakti Devi is a personality, and the Bhakti Devi personality has 64 angas on her body. So more than the 64 angas, there is nothing. We also have some angas in our body. Hands, legs, nose, eyes, so like that. But we don't, it is not countless. It is countable. So if we have something in that count, that should be there for a body. We don't have any, if we don't have in the count, then that is not a bhakti. That means if the 64 angas is, if a thing, if we think a material activity as an anga of bhakti, it is very wrong. So what should we do? We should see whether, go and see 64, is it coming under 64 angas of bhakti? If it is not coming under 64 angas, it is not bhakti. So everything regarding bhakti will automatically come inside the 64 angas. So we have to surely learn the 64 angas of bhakti at least. Okay. So, so we are performing this sadhana bhakti. Then we can easily understand, if we know this 64 angas, then we will know okay, this what I'm doing is not bhakti, it is something else I'm doing. So for that, we need to have this knowledge. We are able to increase attraction to the Lord. So while we are doing this only, the sadhana bhakti, all kinds of sadhana bhakti, like 64, anything we do, then we will slowly increase our attraction for the Lord. Consequently, Maya is conquered. So when we are increasing our bhakti, our attraction, then Maya is conquered, and the pull of Maya becomes less and less. So we don't need to go and hug Maya and say, let me go, let me go. Maharaj was shouting, no, let me go, let me go. We don't need to tell that, because Maya is not hugging us. We are going and hugging Maya and saying, let me go, leave me, leave me, leave me. Maya is not doing that. So what should we do? We have to do sadhana bhakti, then the Maya's pull will be less and less. All this happens without any separate practice or separate endeavor. So we don't need to separately practice to get out of Maya, because when we are doing bhakti, that will automatically happen. We don't need to separately practice detachment. I should not drink coffee. I should not drink tea. I should not eat onion and garlic. We don't need to separately endeavor for that. We just eat prasadam, and we just eat the prasadam, and that will automatically happen. You don't need to bother for it. All the time you feed your stomach with prasadam only. That will automatically happen. No need to separately endeavor. For the devotee, this is not his loving ambition of developing 100%. This is not his loving ambition of developing 100% attraction for the Lord in a loving relationship. There is some English mistake. For the devotee, this is not his loving ambition. Full stop. Developing 100% attraction for the Lord, 100% attraction for the Lord in a loving relationship is his wish. Is his wish. This is his desire. So the devotee he is not desiring to come out of Maya. This is not devotee will never endeavor or desire. I should come out of Maya. I should come out of this. Fear will not be there in a devotee. Devotee means he is fearless. So that's why the devotee, what he does, he is always thinking, I should love my Krishna. His loving ambition is that he should develop his attraction towards the Lord, and he wants a loving relationship with the Lord. This is what the devotee wishes. Next, then the number changed. Huh? So here this will come as 7th point. But this conquering Maya should necessarily happen in the life of a devotee. But then whether we want or we don't want, we are not bothered about it. But still, in a life of a devotee, this must happen. This must happen. Maharaj is telling, necessarily this should really happen. What is that? He has to conquer Maya. The devotee has to conquer Maya. No more he is under Maya Devi's control. He has to conquer Maya. Conquer means he is winning over Maya. He is not behind Maya. He is winning over Maya. Maya Devi is coming around him and paying him her respects. This is what Maya Devi is doing with the devotee, real devotee. Okay, so this is our goal. We are not behind Maya. We are not behind we are not trying to get out of Maya. This is also not our ambition. This is also not our desire. Our desire is that somehow I want to love my Krishna. Somehow I want a loving relationship with my Krishna. I want 100% attraction towards my Krishna. This is what is a devotee. He is not bothered for this Maya at all. He is not scared. He is not scared of this Maya or Maya school. He is simply lovingly doing his service for Krishna with loving attitude. And that Maya just runs away. She runs away from him. Maya cannot stay in that place. Okay, this is the 7th question. This is what today's class where we are starting today. This very important. So what is that question? It is little more difficult to come out of Maya in the lower stages than the higher stages of Bhakti. Why? Okay, let me make you understand what is the question is. For an advanced devotee, Bhakti is very easy to practice. Isn't it? You are all asking. Mataji, she can do very nice Bhakti, but I can't do like her. It is very difficult, Mataji. For me, it is not so easy. For her, it is very easy. Or for that devotee, it is very easy. All the devotees are doing it very easily. But for me, it is very difficult. Like that, yeah, murmuring, no. So this is the question what Maharaj is answering. And this question is going to have a very great impact for our Bhakti. It will have a great impact on our Bhakti. This answer, you see how wonderfully Maharaj has answered. For an advanced devotee, Bhakti is very easy to practice. But for a less advanced devotee, Bhakti is more difficult to practice. Why? This is what Maharaj is asking question and Maharaj is answering. So let us see the difference between advanced devotee and less advanced devotee. What is an advanced devotee doing? Advanced devotee. In the higher stages as Bhava, the devotee's experience with the Lord is very wonderful. You see? So nice. The devotee is experiencing the Lord with all feelings, love, devotion. There is some reciprocation of the Lord, and he's so tasty. He's relishing his experiences with his Krishna, and is with full emotions, feelings for Krishna. Personally, he is feeling that Krishna is his dear one, and he's able to feel Krishna's personal association for him. Just like where the breeze is coming and touching us and going, the wind. And we understand wind has come, it has gone. Like that, he can see Krishna's hand, Krishna's step in every activity. He is able to feel Krishna's presence there. So he is in ecstasy. He is very much experiencing all this loving reciprocations and response of Krishna. So we can't catch him. He's flying. He's flying. Where to catch him? Because he's flying there. So the devotee feels even liberation to be very insignificant and useless. Is so much nourishing that nourished by Krishna's reciprocations of love. This devotee, what he's doing, he doesn't feel liberation. He feels even liberation to be useless and insignificant. It doesn't have any value for him. That is why this Mukti Devi and Mukti Devi, both of them are going and sitting in front of this devotee's house. They're sitting in front of the house, thinking that in the day, sometime the devotee will come, or one day he will come out. So that they are running behind him to give him all facilities, but he doesn't bother for them. Because he's just flying with a sweet kind of experiences and what he's undergoing with the Lord. So the devotee is who is just now we saw, no, because of higher taste, he's having more bhakti, that he's easily doing that bhakti, he's very easily advancing in bhakti because of his higher taste. So he's easily able to do that sadhana. So he is doing more sadhana. Okay. So at that point, both bhukti and mukti are not important for the devotee. So in the higher stages, not even Baba, you can see Ruchi, Ashakti, even these stages, the devotee is feeling that bhukti and mukti are not so important for the devotee. They're feeling that bhakti is very important. Their love for Krishna is very important, and Krishna's love for them is very important. This is very important for them. All other things are not at all interesting for the devotee. As the devotee advances, it becomes easier and easier through the sadhana, a repetition of practice which the devotee practice. This devotee is also in sadhana, as Maharaj is telling, not he has reached bhava, he is advancing towards bhava. We can keep like that. But he started doing sadhana. Sadhana means a repetition of practice. Every day doing the same old thing. Practice, 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 practice. That 16 rounds at 4 o'clock. 16 rounds at 3 o'clock. Like that. Practice, practice, practice. That same 16 rounds, he wants to lovingly talk with his Krishna. He doesn't want the material world near him. Because it is getting this disturbance, no? We want to personally meet Krishna and talk to him. Where will we want somebody else inside that? It is not possible. So it is very personal with Krishna. So the practice, the repetition of, I'm just giving you one simple example of chanting, but the whole day he is doing so many services, so many sadhana. So all that the devotee, what he is doing, that he is repeating the same practice out of love, out of taste, out of bhakti, out of his faith. He is doing a repetition of practice every day. He is doing. He is not bored. He doesn't say it is boring. It is every day that the taste is increasing. He is very lovingly, very longingly. He is thirsty for doing that service. So in that way, he is advancing so fast in his sadhana. Easier, it becomes very easy for him. Now, chanting is just very easy for him. Because the devotee is advancing, he has a personal reciprocation from the Lord, then it's become easier for him. And because it's all because of love he is doing. Without love, if we are going to do it mechanically, oh my God, when am I going to finish the 16 rows and get out and do the other things? So this is something different. You please think over it, my dear devotees, then you will understand. So which the devotee practice. This is due to a higher taste. Just a minute. There's one line missing. This is again. That line is not coming. So we are making this one small and we'll go up little bit. Okay. Yeah. Now slowly we can able to see. This is due to a higher taste which he has for performing that sadhana. So because of his higher taste, this performing this repetition of sadhana means that service. Every day doing practice the same service. Performing that sadhana is becoming very easy for him because of his higher taste. Less advanced devotee, what is happening to him? We will see now. Before the stage of bhava, not only stage of bhava, even in the sadhana level, if we are not in the proper sadhana of doing Suddha Bhakti, just in mixed bhakti, or in a less advanced stages, before the stage of bhava, the less advanced devotee doesn't experience such an ananda. He doesn't experience this ananda, no. He doesn't experience this thing, no. Higher stage. So which the advanced devotees experience. So the advanced devotee is experiencing ananda, and a less advanced devotee is not experiencing this ananda. This is the problem. That is why that devotee is able to do the. Somebody has to mute. Mute. Okay. So the less advanced devotee, he is not experiencing that kind of ananda which the advanced devotees experience. That is a problem. So the less advanced devotee is not able to do that sadhana like every day, because he is not experiencing such a, he's not relishing. You can use that word, relishing that service so much that he will wait for that service every day. That is why he is not, since that taste is not there, that higher taste is not there, he's not relishing that sadhana, he's feeling so dull or so bored to do it again and again and again, practice that. So it becomes more difficult for the less advanced devotee to come out of Maya in the lower stages of bhakti. That is why he is not able to come out of Maya, because he is more attracted to Maya, and this spiritual activities are, he is feeling bored. He is not very much keen, he has not developed taste for them. That which means that he has not met the right devotee to feed him with this kind of faith, knowledge, taste, and bhakti. That's why he is lacking. This is the 8th question. The devotion we do using material things becomes spiritual. How? See, while we start doing this bhakti, we are only using all material things, isn't it? We are using our material mind, material intelligence, and material senses, and material things around us. Everything we are using, everything is material. But how come one point they became spiritual at one point? How is that? Maharaj is giving such a wonderful explanation, which I don't think you would have heard from anywhere. Because it is so amazing for me. I think it will be amazing for you also. First point, what Maharaj is telling. When we execute pure bhakti, it is not from mental state. Okay? This point you agree? When we execute pure bhakti means Suddha Bhakti, then it is not at all from mental state. It is not from our physical, mental level. It is from somewhere. It is not that Nishtha Bhakti, Nishtha state is not from our physical and mental level. It is a different, it is from a different platform. Devotion is actually spiritual. What we are doing, devotion, which is actually spiritual, it is not from mental state. Okay? This pure bhakti, Shuddha Bhakti is totally spiritual. It's actually spiritual. It is not from any mental state. Or mental means like a material mind, material intelligence. It's not from there. We are thinking that out of our intelligence we are doing this spiritual activities. No chance. No chance. This is not because of our mental cleverness or intelligence or whatever you say. So it doesn't arise from the material mind, material body, and material senses. This point, are you clear now? Now are you clear with this point? We don't the devotion part, the bhakti part doesn't arise from our material mind, material intelligence, material body, and material senses. From this, spiritual devotion, spiritual bhakti cannot arise. It cannot come out of material. Can spiritual come out of material? So that means our material mind did not help us to bring this devotion in us. Our body did not help us, material body. Our material senses did not help us. This is what Maharaj is telling. It did not arise from these things. Then what? How did it come to us? We have so much love for Prabhupada. We have so much love for our guru, our gurus, our Krishna. Huh? How is that possible? That means this bhakti, loving Krishna, loving devotees, loving gurus, these are all spiritual. So it did not come from our mind, our body, our senses, means then where did it come from? Huh? It must arise ultimately from something spiritual. So Maharaj is raising a question to us. That means it must have come from something spiritual. No, that's what Maharaj is asking. Huh? It must have come from something spiritual. From material, spiritual cannot come. No, that's why Maharaj is asking. It cannot come. So it did not come from you, from your material mind, material body, material senses. It did not come. So ultimately, it must have got some spiritual location. So it must have a spiritual location. So from some spiritual location, we got all this bhakti. This bhakti is coming for us. Not from our material mind, as we are thinking we are very intelligent. From our intelligence, this bhakti comes. No, this is not possible from. This cannot come from material mind, material intelligence. Thus, ultimately, it is said that bhakti is not a material process at all. So now we understand bhakti is not a material practice. We cannot practice bhakti as a material way. So devotees, you should be very, very glad to hear this, because this bhakti is not material, and these material people or material family members or material things or material anything, material cannot stop this bhakti inside us, because this is spiritual. This doesn't have a material location at all. It has come from a spiritual location. It is not ours also. It is not from our material mind. It has developed or it cultivated or it has taken birth. It has come from somewhere, from spiritual, somewhere, from some spiritual location it has come, this bhakti. So nobody, how can a material person have any guts or any strength to stop this bhakti? How is it possible? Can material stop spiritual? Is that material more powerful than spiritual? You ask yourself. Anybody can stop our bhakti? Can we dream like this? Bhakti cannot be checked by anybody, anything. Bhakti is from a spiritual location. It's not from material mind, material intelligence, that some material mind, material intelligence can stop our bhakti. The person who is stopping us from bhakti is also having some material mind and material intelligence. He is using his material mind and material intelligence to stop our bhakti. Means, can he get victory? Can he get succeed over this fighting against bhakti? Can he succeed over? How is that possible? Material becomes spiritual becomes less than material. So all these questions we have to raise. So then that is why the devotee is fearless. He is never, because the devotee is always, he is dependent on the Lord. He is very meek and humble before the Lord, but he is fearless to the materialists or material people. They can't check his bhakti. Bhakti is something from within. It's not from without. Material. It's not from the material world. It's something which is which we can pluck it from somebody's hands and throw it No. We can't do anything. They can pluck our books or chanting bag and chanting beads. Nothing. They can't do anything. They can't stop us chanting inside. They can't stop our bhakti. The devotees in the prison in the foreign, they made their beads with the bread which was given to them. They could not stop their bhakti. So, affection for the Lord is not a material thing. See, such a wonderful explanation Maharaj is giving. Affection for the Lord. Love for Lord and love for our children, husband. Please never ever compare these two things. These are totally different. Those are material persons. This is spiritual. So affection for the Lord is not a material thing. It is spiritual. Spiritual is something else which we don't know. We know only this material world, material people, material love, material, everything material. But this is something totally, affection for the Lord is totally different from the affection for our children. This is totally different. Thus, bhakti is the Shakti of the Lord, which is called Bhakti Shakti. That's all. This is the end climax what Maharaj is giving. So, thus, bhakti is the Shakti of the Lord. So, bhakti is coming directly from Krishna, from Goloka Vrindavana. Nobody can stand in front of that bhakti because that bhakti is piercing. It is piercing through the material nature and coming from Goloka Vrindavana. It is piercing inside the material nature and coming inside, and it is coming to us in our heart. So this is a Shakti coming from the Lord. Which Shakti is called? That is called Bhakti Shakti. So it is directly coming from Krishna's Sachidananda Murti, Sachidananda Vigraha form. That Sachidananda Vigraha, that Swarupa Shakti. It's coming from Krishna's Swarupa. Swarupa means Krishna is Sachit Ananda. That is his Swarupa. From that Swarupa, this one particular Shakti is coming, traveling from there and piercing inside the material universe, material nature, and then it is coming in our heart. So it is directly from Goloka Vrindavana and from Krishna's body, it is directly coming in our heart. This Shakti is called Bhakti Shakti. Got the point? Okay. So when Bhakti manifests in a Jiva, that means there is a spiritual potency manifesting in the Jiva. So if now you will feel that if somebody is using the words love for the material love and spiritually loving Krishna, it will be paining now after knowing this knowledge, because now we see that this doesn't have any origin here at all. We don't have any comparison for this, because Krishna is directly sending from his own body, he is sending this Shakti to us. Okay, this is his affection for us. So with that Shakti, we are able to love Krishna. This is called Bhakti Shakti. So when Bhakti manifests in a Jiva, in that way, in us, in Jiva like us, we have little Bhakti from Krishna, it came. That means we have a little Bhakti we have means a little spiritual potency is manifested in me, in any devotee. He has a little devotion also, which means Shuddha Bhakti. We are talking about Shuddha Bhakti. We are not talking about mixed Bhakti. We are not talking about any stages of Anartha Nivritti or Bhajana Kriya, not that. We are talking about Nishtha, Shuddha Bhakti. So this Bhakti manifests the Jiva means, that means some spiritual potency, energy. Potency means some energy, potency has come from Goloka Vrindavana to him, manifested in this jiva. Okay, that is why the material, whatever material things he is using, whatever material mind he has, material intelligence he has, material senses he has, he can use all these things, and he can make it spiritual because of his affection for Krishna. So the point is that devotion, what he is applying to that flower, or the offering, what he's doing, no? The devotion, what he's putting in that is only changing that material thing into spiritual thing. What the point? I will once again repeat. With the Bhakti Shakti, what Krishna has sent from his Swarupa, the Shakti, when it manifests in a Jiva here, then what the Jiva does, he is not keeping quiet with that Shakti. He has got Shakti. So he wants to spend it. No, he has got some money. So he will like to spend. So how he is spending that Shakti, that Bhakti Shakti which has been gifted by Krishna to him, so he is spending. How he is spending? He is again spending it for giving pleasure to Krishna, because he's loving, he's so affectionate towards the Lord. So for that affection, Krishna has given him this Shakti. He sent him some Shakti. So with that Shakti, this devotee is again loving Krishna, Bhakti Shakti. So what he is doing? He is transforming his love, his devotion, that Bhakti, which is the Shakti which he received from the Lord. He is transforming that Shakti into an offering of cake, bhaji, or bonda, or idli, dosa, chapati, like that. He's changing, transforming into another affectionate form. His affection is turned into another form, and he's lovingly offering it to the Lord. So the Bhakti Shakti, what the Lord sent, this Jiva is again giving it back to Krishna in another form. He's changing the form. For changing the form of his Shakti, what he has, Bhakti Shakti, what he has, he's using the material world's things, and he's using his material mind, and he's using his material intelligence to how to cook it nicely, how to make it beautifully, how to present it nicely to Krishna. He is not offering the same old offerings, because he has love. If he doesn't have love, he's lazy, he will offer the same things. Krishna will understand he is not sincere. There is no love. So he is giving the same things. So Krishna is checking how much he is loving me, because he has already given us the Bhakti Shakti. So he is expecting that we will love him so much. So he's expecting every day what my devotee will offer to me today. What he will offer. So the devotee is thinking, now today what will I offer to my Lord? Let me do something nicely. Let me offer something nicely with love and devotion, he is thinking. So he selects an item so nicely, and he is very lovingly offering it. Whatever he has with that, he is offering that love as a transforming his affection and love into a material subject. That can be a dosa or idli or vada or bonda. So he will, or chapat. So he will transform his Bhakti Shakti, means that the love and affection in as that chapati, and he will offer it to the Lord. So Krishna will take that affection. He will eat that affection which is there with the chapati. He is not hankering for the chapati. It is not that Krishna doesn't have any chapatis. There are so big feast every day going on in his gala feast going on in his Goloka Vrindavana. He doesn't need to come here for this 2 chapatis what we are giving. So he is coming here to taste that affection what we are. So that affection only takes a form of chapati. That is all. So now we got the point from Maharaj that how the material things become spiritual. So to make the chapati, what we used our material mind, we used our intelligence. Oh, the chapati will be very hard if I'm not going to put any ghee into it. So at least the chapati is what we make for the Krishna. For Krishna, we are making with ghee. And while we are mixing the dough, we can put some oil instead of ghee. Then maybe the ghee part, when we are cooking, it may become rough. No? So oil we can mix. All that the mind is thinking, let me put oil, not ghee. And then while cooking, while spreading that atta into one layer, he applies some ghee, nice ghee on top of that, and then he's folding it, and then he's again rolling it and very nicely making it as a parota. If he wants to, next day he wants to do something more. So what he's trying to do, he's seeing the YouTube, and he's understanding that okay, if I put some atta and then sprinkle some atta, and then if I apply this ghee and then sprinkle some atta and then fold it, it becomes like layer. He saw somewhere this method. So he is immediately applying it and seeing whether it is working for Krishna. So when he is working out on that, and when he can change his affection, not just like a chapati or just a parota, but a layered parota, as a so nice, wonderful layered parota. He is very happy. So some devotee was asking now, how can we know that the Lord is satisfied? So can't we know when we are that layer, when the chapati, when the parota is coming like that, when we are offering it very hot, and then the golden color, the parota with paneer sabji, we are offering to Krishna. Don't we think that we are happy? Oh Krishna, by your mercy, I could do something. You really should eat. It's so nice. It has come out very well. Please eat. So when we are talking, are we not satisfied? Don't we know that Krishna is going to be where Krishna's senses are going to be satisfied? Krishna's tongue sense we want to satisfy. So we can understand that Krishna will eat with his eye tongue. We can eat by eyes also, no? So he may eat with eye tongue or tongue. Whatever he wants, he will do. So he is only going to eat your devotion in that, isn't it? So now this affection, by our affection, the material things are becoming material thing becoming spiritual. Now the question arises. Okay, it is boga. Okay, we can do this. What about the other services? How can I do this wonderfully? How can I offer this to Krishna? 16 rounds of chanting we are doing. We are doing 16 rounds chanting. Our heart is flying somewhere in the material world, and then we are just like parrot. We are chanting. We are finishing somehow 16 rounds. We are finishing, and we are going and keeping our mala and going away. Are we satisfied? Don't we know that we are cheating Krishna? So any service, our inner heart will say that we are cheating. We are not doing our full justice for Krishna. 100% justice. If we don't put it in that service, our heart will pork us. Yes, you are not. You are cheater. You are not doing your best. You can do best, but you are not doing. Our heart will not pork us. So when we cry, 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 and do 16 rounds. Krishna, I want your relationship. Krishna, I want your relationship. I don't want anything else. Of course, you punish me by not taking me towards you. I need it. You very good that you punish me all these days because I was not qualified. Now also I'm not qualified. But please, Krishna, here afterwards, I cannot stay without you. Please. Even though I am unqualified, please take me to you. And we are shedding tears and crying to Krishna. And we are personally begging Krishna. And we can understand that Krishna is so pleased with our prayers. Huh? Are we not satisfied with this kind of chanting? Can't we understand? Child can understand. This is the consciousness level. The consciousness will prick if we are not going to do it justice. As we are not going to do it properly, then our consciousness will prick that you are not doing your justice for your service. So it's for all the services. Unless and until we add on our affection, it's not going to be a service. It's going to be a mechanical, some material, some activity. That's all. We cannot call that as service. Service is with affection. So that will happen only when we receive that Shakti coming directly from Krishna, from Goloka Vrindavana. After he sends that Shakti to us, then it is called Bhakti Shakti. With that Bhakti Shakti, when we want to return back that love, what Krishna has sent us, what the father is giving some 10 rupees for the child out of love, and the child is going and buying something out of the love for his father, he's going and spending that 10 rupees also for his father. This is love exchange. It doesn't have words to express. It's all feelings. Okay. So in this way only, the material mind, we can transform our material mind, material intelligence, material senses, whatever material things we have in the house as spiritual. So unless and until we add our affection for Krishna, that is going to be material, and our thoughts and all will be material, and we don't have affection. We have affection for our children and loving our children and cooking for our children and offering it for our Krishna. Because we have been told that without offering we cannot take. So for that purpose we are using the deity as a as a gate. Okay, we have to put the meals in front of Krishna, and after 2 minutes immediately grab it and give. No love, no affection. It is called service. This is called love. This kind of material love, we can't call it as bhakti. This doesn't have a spiritual location. This kind of service is not coming from Krishna. So if we are not doing justice, or if we are not really loving Krishna, if we are with hypocrisy, we are cheating, then it's no more called as bhakti. So bhakti means it should come from spiritual locality. We cannot act. Once Maharaj told in Raganuga Bhakti seminar, we were shocked. But this also, he also took it from Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami, and he told this. Bhakti Siddhanta told like this. So one lady, it seems she is not pregnant, but she want to make others to believe that she is pregnant. So she is keeping all cloths, tying her stomach, big. One day she went into the labor room and giving all kinds of sounds. Ooh, like as if she's giving birth to a child. So how much time she can cheat others? Will people will not ask, where is your child? What will she answer? What will she answer? So we cannot cheat Krishna, or we cannot cheat ourselves. So bhakti means it should be original. So the original bhakti is location is from Krishna's heart. It's coming directly from Krishna. So we love, and Krishna sends some love for us, and we reciprocate. We send back that love. Okay, Bhakti Shakti is given from Krishna, and Krishna is getting attracted to the Bhakti Shakti. What is coming from him only? He is not getting attracted to a material person like us. He is getting attracted to the Bhakti Shakti, that spiritual Bhakti Shakti. What? His own Bhakti Shakti is getting attracted, which he sent to us. So he is not attracted to our material body. This girl is very sweet, very nice. This girl is, what kind of body is this? With all stool, all kind of nonsense things inside, blood, everything. Do you think that Krishna is loving this body? But when we are loving our children and husband, this is all material bodies with all stool and what is that? All kind of bad things, blood, all this, mucus and everything. But Krishna is not like that. Krishna is not like with the mucus and all these things. Krishna is so spiritual, Satchidananda Vigraha. How can we call this material, what we are showing on our material people, material bodies, which can one day, it will get ruined. It will get damaged. It's not a Nitya. Sat Chit Ananda Vigraha. Chit. Sat means it is Nitya. Chit means it's a complete existence, and it's complete reality. Anand. Completely Krishna's form is made up of Ananda. It's completely made up of the substance Ananda, and made up of Sat. Sat means the eternal. Chit means truthfulness. That it is completely made up of Satyam. Is the bodies what we are loving? Is there with this kind of Satchidananda Vigraha there? How can we use that word? So this is prema, and that is kama. So this affection for the Lord is not the same thing what we have for our children or husband, our family members. This is totally different. This is something ridiculous. It is going to, within no time, it's going to all collapse. But this particular affection, what we are having for our Krishna, perishing. So for Krishna is totally different. So this, he has to give this Shakti to us. The same love, we can send it back. This is what is devotion. So that devotion cannot be substituted by other names. That is why in material things, when we are using a material mind, material intelligence, material bodies, material relationships, material things, we have kama, word used kama. But spirituality, the spiritual Krishna, when we are showing love, it's called bhakti. It's not called kama, it's not called other way. It's called bhakti, sadhana bhakti, bhava bhakti, and prema bhakti. So when bhakti manifests in a jiva, that means there is a spiritual potency manifesting in the jiva. So Krishna himself wants to give something spiritual. So he has given this bhakti shakti in us. So we are going for the 9th question. 9th question is very simple. So we can see that. And one more question is that is little bigger. Okay, 9th. The Lord has many Shaktis. What is Bhakti Shakti? Now we are going to learn what is Bhakti Shakti. This term is very important in our life. We should never forget this word, Bhakti Shakti. So because of this Bhakti Shakti only we are doing Bhakti. Okay, so now this is This term is very familiar. It should become very familiar for us. Bhakti Shakti. What is Bhakti Shakti? The Lord has many Shaktis. Bhakti is one of the Shakti of the Lord. This Bhakti Shakti is mercifully manifested by the Lord in a Jiva. The Lord does this manifestation of Bhakti Shakti in a Jiva when the Jiva develops a favorable attitude towards the Lord. See, Maharaj has given 4 points. 4 points are brilliant points. Everything about Bhakti Shakti we can learn. Now you can close your eyes and learn Bhakti Shakti. What is Bhakti Shakti? The Lord has many Shaktis. In that, Bhakti Shakti is one of the Shakti of the Lord. Then third point is that this Bhakti Shakti is mercifully manifested by Krishna to the Jiva, in a Jiva. In a Jiva, he is mercifully manifesting this Bhakti Shakti. He is sending from there, Goloka Vrindavana, he is sending from his Swarupa, he is sending some Shakti, Bhakti Shakti to a Jiva. Because why he is sending this Bhakti Shakti to one Jiva? Why not for another Jiva? Because this particular Jiva is loving the Lord and it is showing favorable attitude. I love you, Krishna. This Jiva is loving Krishna. And this Jiva is interested in loving Krishna, showing favorable attitude. Favorable means this Jiva is very longingly loving Krishna. For that sake, Krishna is manifesting this particular Bhakti Shakti inside that Jiva who is loving him. So first the Jiva starts loving, and then Krishna, because Krishna has given the Jiva all independence, he is waiting for the Jiva to turn around him. Then the Jiva is one day turning around Krishna, and the Jiva is telling, now, I want to love you. You look so sweet. I like you. I love you. Then Krishna is sending this Bhakti Shakti from above, and he is manifesting this Bhakti Shakti inside this Jiva. Got it? Very clear? Okay. Now the 10th question. This is the last question. It's a little big, but we will do it. Oh, we have 10 and 11? Yeah, 10 and 11 also here. Okay. At which point, Jiva's material mind, material body, material senses are completely spiritualized. What is the cause for this perfection to happen? So just now we were seeing that how the material mind, material body, material senses of Jiva is getting spiritualized when he is adding this affection for Krishna. Okay. But at what point this is happening? At what stage this is happening? We will think now, at what stage this is happening to that Jiva? What should the Jiva do to attain this level? When will his mind, his body, his senses will be spiritualized completely? At what point this is happening to the Jiva? We want to know, no? Maharaj is asking this question and he himself is answering. When Jiva, what is the cause for this perfection to happen? And one more question is that what is the reason behind this? Why for one Jiva only this Krishna is manifesting this Bhakti Shakti inside the Jiva? What is the cause for this perfection? Now this is getting completely perfected. This before we saw that he's only a little Bhakti Shakti he is manifesting inside the Jiva. Now we are seeing that the Jiva is getting completely perfected stage. He's going to the Bhava stage or very high level, advanced level, and he's taking Sadhana Bhakti, and he's going to Ruchi, Ashakti, very, very fantastic stages. How Krishna gives only to this devotee that kind of Bhakti Shakti. To relish Ruchi stage, to relish Bhava stage. In Ruchi stage, the devotee is relishing all his services because he's in the stage of Ruchi. Ruchi means he's totally bewildered by the taste of serving Krishna. So why for one devotee only like this? Why not for another devotee? We'll have questions now. So we are now Maharaj is giving that exact point when that jiva is getting all these things. When jiva gradually develops a spiritual shakti by the mercy of the Lord, then this bhakti which that jiva does is not from the material mind, but from the bhakti shakti of the Lord. Okay, so bhakti shakti of the Lord. So now this bhakti shakti of the from the bhakti shakti of the Lord, this jiva's material mind is not from the material mind, which that jiva does, is not from the material mind, but from the bhakti shakti of the Lord. If somebody is doing some bhakti, it is not on his own he is doing. It means that he has got that bhakti shakti as a gift from the Lord. So, by using the material mind, body, senses, when he offers material objects with bhakti to the Lord, this shakti increases in the jiva until at a certain point that the jiva has no material desires at all. So, when he is using the material objects and material mind, material body, material senses, and he's offering, then the jiva uses his bhakti shakti. It's increasing in the jiva. Then in a certain point, what will happen? The jiva has no material desire at all. It's always desiring to serve the Lord. Thus, this bhakti shakti takes over the jiva. So Krishna is sending, but this jiva is showing affection to the Lord with the bhakti shakti what has been given to him by Krishna. And Krishna is sending back more bhakti shakti. Then the jiva is loving Krishna more bhakti he is doing. Then Krishna is sending more and more bhakti shakti. Then the jiva is sending more and more bhakti. He is sending bhakti shakti and the jiva is sending bhakti. Okay, so it's reciprocal. So when he sends more bhakti shakti, the jiva can send more bhakti. If Krishna is sending more and more bhakti shakti, then the jiva is giving more and more bhakti shakti. So in this way, one day what will happen? His senses will become spiritual, his body will become spiritual, all material body will become spiritual body, material senses will become spiritual senses, and then he can offer things to the Lord in that spiritual body. So he can offer things to the Lord in that spiritual body. So one day he will become completely spiritualized, and in spiritual body he will love Krishna. That is a perfection. So this perfection in a jiva takes place by bhakti, which is a shakti of the Lord. So all this takes place by the bhakti which Krishna is sending to the jiva. This is called bhakti shakti. When Krishna is sending, it is called bhakti shakti. When the jiva is returning back that affection to Krishna, that is called bhakti. When Krishna is sending that affection to the devotee, it is called bhakti shakti. When the devotee is sending that same affection for Krishna, it is called bhakti. Okay, the name only is different, bhakti shakti and bhakti. But both are loving each other. Both are sending affection to each other. What the point? Tomorrow it will get more clear. These points will get more clear. So we'll stop here. Tomorrow again we will do all these things. Then we will become very clear. Okay? Please go through these lessons. It is not enough 1 or 2 times we go through. We have to go through many times. Then only we can understand these questions. Okay. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna, to be with us for this very special class. Thank you so much for giving me such a wonderful chance to speak about this wonderful topic. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpadarupesha kripa sindhuke vacha panitanam bhavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.